The Galapagos Islands, a remote archipelago scattered across the Pacific Ocean some 1,000 kilometers off the coast of Ecuador, are a place where the extraordinary is ordinary and nature's wonders unfold at every turn. Renowned for their pivotal role in shaping Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, these volcanic islands continue to enchant visitors with their pristine landscapes, unique wildlife, and the sense that here, time moves at its own ancient pace. Setting foot on the Galapagos feels like stepping into a living laboratory, where creatures have evolved in splendid isolation, unafraid of humans, and free to go about their daily lives in a way rarely seen elsewhere on Earth. Arriving in the Galapagos, most travelers land either on Baltra Island or San Cristobal, both serving as gateways to the archipelago's myriad treasures. The first thing that strikes you is the clarity of the air, the intense blue of the sky, and the vividness of the volcanic rocks against the turquoise sea. The island's landscapes range from stark lava fields to lush highlands, white sand beaches to mangrove forests, each hosting its own array of life. Exploring these varied environments is best done by joining a cruise, which allows access to remote islands, or by basing yourself on one of the main inhabited islands and taking day trips to nearby sites. One of the quintessential experiences in the Galapagos is meeting its iconic wildlife up close. On Española Island, the oldest of the archipelago, you'll find the only colony of waved albatrosses, their majestic wingspans and elaborate courtship dances a marvel to behold. Blue-footed boobies, with their comically colored feet and theatrical displays, nest alongside the trails, utterly unperturbed by your presence. On North Seymour, frigate birds inflate their scarlet throat pouches in hopes of attracting a mate, while land iguanas bask on sun-warmed rocks, their yellow scales glowing in the equatorial light. Santa Cruz Island, home to the bustling town of Puerto Ayora, is often the hub for travelers. Here, the Charles Darwin Research Station offers a chance to learn about ongoing conservation efforts and see giant tortoises up close. These gentle giants, some over a century old, lumber through lush enclosures, embodying the timeless spirit of the islands. Nearby, the highlands of Santa Cruz provide a different perspective. Misty, verdant, and dotted with lava tunnels and wild tortoises roaming free. Walking through these cool forests, with the sound of finches and the rustle of leaves underfoot, one feels a world away from the arid coastlines below. No visit to the Galapagos would be complete without time spent in the water. The archipelago's marine life is as remarkable as its terrestrial inhabitants. Snorkeling and diving here unveil a world of dazzling color and movement. At sites like Devil's Crown, a submerged volcanic crater near Floriana Island, currents swirl with schools of tropical fish, graceful rays, and the occasional hammerhead shark. Sea lions, ever playful, dart and twirl around snorkelers, inviting you into their underwater ballet. In the shallows, green sea turtles glide serenely, pausing to feed on algae or surface for air, their ancient eyes regarding you with mild curiosity. For experienced divers, the northernmost islands of Wolf and Darwin are legendary. Here, nutrient-rich waters attract vast congregations of hammerhead sharks, Galapagos sharks, and even majestic whale sharks during certain seasons. Diving in these remote sites is not for the faint of heart. Strong currents and deep waters demand skill and confidence. But the rewards are spectacular, offering encounters with marine life on a scale found few places on Earth. Back on land, the beaches of the Galapagos are destinations in themselves. Gardner Bay on Española boasts powdery white sand and turquoise surf, where sea lions doze in the sun and mockingbirds hop inquisitively along the shore. Tortuga Bay on Santa Cruz, accessible via a scenic walk through cactus-studded arid forest, is a vast sweep of sand where marine iguanas gather and pelicans fish in the gentle waves. Each beach has its own character: red sands on Rabida, black volcanic shores on Santiago, and the olive-green grains of Punta Cormorant on Floriana, colored by crystals of olivine. Beyond wildlife watching and natural beauty, the islands offer opportunities to connect with local culture and history. In Puerto Ayora, the fish market is a lively scene where fishermen unload their catch, pelicans and sea lions jostling for scraps. Small museums and art galleries showcase the work of local artists, inspired by the island's unique environment. On San Cristobal, the Interpretation Center provides context for the island's human history, from early whalers and pirates to the present-day challenges of conservation and sustainable tourism. Hiking is another rewarding way to experience the islands. Trails wind through surreal lava fields, up volcanic cones, and into lush highlands, offering panoramic views and close encounters with endemic plants and animals. On Bartolome Island, a climb up the wooden staircase to the summit reveals one of the most iconic vistas in the archipelago. Pinnacle Rock rising from a crescent bay, surrounded by stark volcanic landscapes and glimmering sea. On Isabela, the largest island, treks to Sierra Negra volcano take you to the edge of one of the world's largest volcanic craters, where fumaroles and fresh lava flows bear witness to the island's fiery origins. Kayaking and paddleboarding offer a more tranquil way to explore the coastline, slipping silently through mangrove-lined bays where rays and turtles glide beneath the surface and herons stalk the shallows. Inlets and lagoons provide shelter for flamingos, their pink plumage reflected in calm waters, and for the elusive Galapagos penguin, the only penguin species to venture north of the equator. Watching these pint-sized birds zip through the water or waddle awkwardly ashore is a reminder of the island's endless capacity to surprise. Birdwatchers will find the Galapagos a paradise, with over 50 resident species, many found nowhere else. Darwin's finches, whose subtle differences in beak shape inspired scientific revelation, flit among the bushes. The Galapagos hawk, apex predator of the islands, surveys its domain from rocky outcrops. Red-billed tropic birds wheel overhead, their long tail streamers trailing behind, while lava herons stalk tidal pools and flightless cormorants dry their stubby wings in the sun. Each island in the Galapagos has its own distinct personality, shaped by geology, climate, and the quirks of evolution. Fernandina, the youngest and most volcanically active, is a place of raw power, where recent lava flows meet the sea and marine iguanas gather in great numbers to warm themselves after feeding in the chilly waters. Isabela, with its string of volcanoes and vast expanses, is wild and untamed, home to penguins, flightless cormorants, and the rare pink iguana. Floriana, steeped in mystery and legend, offers a glimpse into the island's human history, from eccentric settlers to unsolved disappearances. The Galapagos are also a place of stories, of scientific discovery, survival, and adaptation. Visiting Post Office Bay on Floriana, travelers can participate in a centuries-old tradition, leaving postcards in a barrel for others to carry onward, a reminder of the archipelago's long history as a crossroads for sailors and explorers. On San Cristobal, the statue of Charles Darwin gazes out to sea, commemorating his transformative visit and the questions it sparked about life's diversity. Traveling responsibly in the Galapagos is essential, as the delicate balance of life here is easily disrupted. Park rules are strictly enforced. Visitors must stay on marked trails, maintain respectful distances from wildlife, and avoid bringing in outside species. Guides, certified by the Galapagos National Park, share their deep knowledge and passion, ensuring that each encounter is both educational and respectful. Sustainable tourism initiatives, from eco-friendly lodges to community-based projects, aim to preserve the island's magic for generations to come. The rhythm of life in the Galapagos is dictated by the cycles of nature. Breeding seasons bring dramatic changes. In spring, albatrosses return to Española to nest. In summer, sea turtles haul out to lay eggs on sandy beaches. In winter, whales pass by on their long migrations. Each month offers something different, from the courtship displays of birds to the arrival of new generations of sea lions, their pups gambling in the surf. Planning your visit around these natural events can add an extra layer of wonder to your journey. Food in the Galapagos reflects both local bounty and international influences. Fresh seafood is a highlight. Ceviche, grilled fish, and lobster are staples, often accompanied by plantains, rice, and tropical fruits. In the towns, small restaurants and cafes serve up Ecuadorian classics alongside international fare, while beachfront bars offer the perfect spot to watch the sunset with a cold drink in hand. For a taste of local life, seek out the kioscos in Puerto Ayora, where families gather for hearty meals and conversation. Evenings in the Galapagos are a time to relax and reflect. As the sun sinks below the horizon, the sky blazes with color, silhouetting volcanic peaks and casting long shadows across the land. The air cools, and the sounds of the day, birdsong, the bark of sea lions, the crash of waves fade into the hush of night. Under a canopy of stars, far from city lights, the constellations seem closer, a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the unique place these islands hold within it. For those seeking deeper immersion, volunteering opportunities abound. Conservation projects welcome help with everything from habitat restoration to wildlife monitoring, offering a chance to give back to the islands that inspire so much awe. Educational programs, both for visitors and local communities, foster a sense of stewardship and connection, ensuring that the lessons of the Galapagos endure. The adventure of the Galapagos is not just in its headline attractions, but in the small moments. The curious gaze of a sea lion pup, the intricate patterns of a lava lizard, the sudden flash of a manta ray beneath your kayak. It's in the camaraderie of fellow travelers, the wisdom of guides, and the quiet realization that you are witnessing something rare and precious. Whether you come for a week or linger longer, the islands leave an indelible mark, a call to wonder that echoes long after you've returned home. In planning your trip, consider the logistics and rhythms of island life. The Galapagos can be visited year-round, with each season offering its own advantages. December to May brings warmer, wetter weather, calmer seas, and vibrant breeding activity among many species. June to November is cooler and drier, with nutrient-rich waters drawing large numbers of marine animals. Cruises range from luxurious vessels to more modest boats, each following carefully regulated itineraries to minimize impact and maximize the diversity of experiences. Land-based options, increasingly popular, allow for greater flexibility and interaction with local communities. Packing for the Galapagos means preparing for adventure. Sturdy walking shoes, lightweight clothing, sun protection, and a sense of curiosity. Binoculars and cameras are essential for capturing the island's beauty, while a reusable water bottle and eco-friendly toiletries help reduce your environmental footprint. Above all, bring an open mind and a willingness to embrace the unexpected. For in the Galapagos, surprises await at every turn. Photographers will find endless inspiration here, from the textures of volcanic rock to the iridescence of Sally Lightfoot crabs scuttling across the shore. Early mornings and late afternoons offer the best light, when the low sun bathes the landscape in gold and shadows lengthen across the sand. Patience is rewarded. A nesting bird, a hunting heron, a sea turtle emerging from the waves. The challenge is not in finding subjects, but in knowing when to put the camera down and simply be present. Families traveling with children will discover that the Galapagos is a natural playground, where learning happens through discovery and every day brings new adventures. Many cruises and lodges cater to families, offering kid-friendly activities and guides skilled at engaging young explorers. Snorkeling with sea lions, hiking through lava tubes, and spotting giant tortoises in the wild are experiences that spark curiosity and foster a lifelong love of nature. As your time in the Galapagos draws to a close, there is a sense of gratitude for the privilege of witnessing such wonders, for the efforts of those working to protect them, and for the hope that these islands will remain a sanctuary for life in all its extraordinary forms. The journey does not end at the water's edge. The lessons of the Galapagos about adaptation, resilience, and the interconnectedness of all living things resonate far beyond their shores. The Galapagos Islands invite you to slow down, to observe, and to marvel. They remind us of the planet's wild beauty and the delicate threads that bind us to the natural world. Whether you come in search of adventure, knowledge, or simply a sense of wonder, you will find it here in these enchanted isles where nature reigns supreme and every day brings a new discovery.